Ketty and Sacha in the game of life. Come join us, be curious and open your mind. Let's play together to learn and to grow. Look deeper inside and your journey will flow.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Sacha. Good morning, everyone.
Hi everybody. Yeah, welcome to another conversation, Ketty and Sacha conversation about the game of life, the game of free will. And yeah, we're going to be talking about a really interesting subject today, actually, which is our comfort zone.
Yes,
Because to me, the comfort zone is just my safe space, where you don't push any boundaries. It's just where what I know, what I'm happy about, what doesn't test me or challenge me. But I think it's more than that, actually, isn't it?
yes, yeah. No, well, it's a good definition because it's that, the comfort zone. It's really where you feel comfortable. So
Yeah.
then, if you speak about where do you feel comfortable, is when you make a step, which is a normal step. That is the one that you know. And I remember at the point that when I began with my healing journey, that I began to say also, there is no comfort zone, there is no comfort zone. We shouldn't have comfort zone. And it was because I was feeling that this comfort zone, the idea that I had about the comfort zone was making me not making step. So stay into it. And because this comfort zone is, of course, the zone of the safety, the zone of the known. So, well, we already spoke about it many times, but the zone of the known and the safety is the zone of the ego, is the zone where the mind, why the mind is as it is, because we learned the mind, this is what makes me comfortable. So,
Yeah.
and when the mind learned it, it gave it back to our nervous system. So for all the body, it is comfortable. The things that we know. The
Yeah.
only problem would be then that if you think about the comfort zone and it is the thing that you know, the things that you don't know may be the things that you want in your life, but because when you don't know them, they come outside of the comfort zone. So, for example, you say, okay, I want to buy bread, but bread is like 3 kilometers walking. Yeah, it's outside your comfort zone. And then you have to make the choice. I'm going to walk the 3 kilometers for this bread. And
Yeah.
and maybe you arrive and then, oh, the shop is closed. Or so the comfort zone is the thing like it's close from you. And it makes also that you are afraid to go a little bit outside.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and that's why when I study also coaching, it was said that there are many zones. So there is the comfort zone, the one which is really like 100% everything 90% you know what is
Safety.
going to happen, that is safe. If I do that, it happens this. If I do that, it happens that. And then you have the second zone, which is it's the stretch zone, stretch. So it already says it's about stretching the zone. So it's about making the zone a little bit bigger and so looking for things that are just on the other side and then trying to make them inside your comfort zone so the comfort zone can become bigger.
Yeah, these videos were totally in my at the edge of my stretch zone when we first started.
Oh,
And now they're part of everyday comfort. So
and now it's comfort zone. Yeah, you
yeah,
see?
it's so
So
but I was so against them. Not against
yeah,
them, but I was so terrified of
yes.
talking about the game of life and stuff. So but yeah, now my comfort zone has expanded a bit, so it's great.
Yeah, now, and for me too, I mean, every time that we do something more than once, it's already making sure that, okay, then you could become more comfortable doing it. And it means that it comes also into your comfort zone. And that there are things, for example, if you learn a language, but you never practice it, now the language was into your comfort zone, but at the moment you don't practice it, it goes outside your comfort zone, you know? It's just
Yeah.
automatic. So the things that you keep on doing and then trying, then they can't come into your comfort zone. Then you can decide, oh, yeah, do I want to keep that into my comfort zone or not? Do I have enough space in my life or whatever? But it's always a kind of choice that we make at the beginning from this is coming into my comfort zone, and that we make it consciously now, or that we made it, for example, unconsciously when we were children. In some situation where we were programmed, yeah, then they are still part of the comfort zone. So somehow, when you do something, when you think about doing something which is like this, then you know it's not in your comfort zone. So
Yeah.
it could be in the stretch zone, or there is another zone, which is the growth zone. And this zone, yeah, of course, it says already to grow. So in the stretch, we think that we grow, but in fact, apparently the real growth lies a little bit more outside.
Okay. Yeah.
So to say simple, the comfort zone that we have before that we begin to heal is a comfort zone which is full with belief system,
Hmm.
which is full with nervous system which has been programmed based on our background and where we come from and what we learned and what we've experienced and the traumas that we had and all the little things. That's what creates our comfort zone. That's also why, for example, we spoke about communication. Some people are more comfortable to answer reactive than to answer, to share their inner world. Because their inner world, it's not comfortable. It's not
Hmm.
comfortable to go inside. So if I ask, how are you? That's a saying, oh, I'm good. But then you say, yeah, are you sure? Yeah, why do you ask? So then
Yeah.
some people have this reaction, and it's because it's not comfortable for them from their own belief system, their own comfort zone.
Yeah. So
So
they're not
this,
used to talking about their feelings. They're not used
no.
to, yeah.
No. So, but when you have this comfort zone and you are not used to talk about your feeling, for example, what happened also here, it's that everything that has happened in your life is just blooming the story of why can't you speak about you. And
Yeah.
speaking about you, in fact, is in the game. If we would take that, it's saying, okay, I don't like it, but I want to open my zone a little bit more. I
Yeah.
want. So it's a choice. Uh, which base you name the choice doesn't matter at that moment, but you need to make the choice. Okay, I'm going to open myself. Just like if you want the bread, you need to make the choice. I'm going to walk those 3 kilometers. So it's always about making a choice. And when you are healing, in fact, that's how I felt. It's like my comfort zone went from white to black. Big, like things that were for me comfortable before are not anymore. For example,
Okay.
I think I like cows because I'm an empathetic person, and that would be also quite interesting to speak about that. But the cows was part of my comfort zone, and I didn't know that. I needed
Uh,
to become aware that in my comfort zone, cows was comfortable.
yeah. I
Go
see what you
out.
mean.
Yeah, because if you don't become aware about what is in your comfort zone at the moment, it
Yeah.
becomes difficult to work on it. You cannot change
Yeah.
something that you don't see.
Yeah, that is so true. That is so true because I remember I was always organizing things and being busy myself. And it was only when we got our rescue dog Charlie and we had to slow down. And then is when that's when we started to have these conversations and I started to look inside. But I never gave myself opportunity to do that because I was always planning the busy schedules and chaos and but because I was comfortable doing that, if I had a day where I didn't have anything to do, I was, I was itchy and bored, and it made me feel really uncomfortable not doing anything.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people like that who thinks, okay, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that, and they don't realize, in fact, it's their nervous system still saying this is comfortable, being busy is comfortable,
Yeah.
not thinking about yourself is comfortable, because when you are going to sit, then the thoughts are going to come, and then when you give space for the thought to come and to ease, then the soul is speaking because the soul is always speaking. So it's not comfortable for
Hmm.
your body, for your life at that moment. It's not in the comfort zone to listen to the soul. So what
So,
is going to do the body and the mind and whatever you can think about, it's going to keep you busy with doing
yeah.
things. That's as simple as
Yeah.
that.
And is procrastination is really in there as well when you're that type of person. I remember always used to procrastinate, like sitting quietly, just when I was going through bits of healing, and I was told, right, just sit and I really procrastinate. Oh, but I've just got to do this. Oh, but I've just got to do that. Oh, I've just got to do this.
Well, I had some troubles with procrastination, and as long as I kept on seeing procrastination as bad, so with the trick words, what was the feeling that I was putting about the word procrastination? And it was a negative
Ah,
feeling. So as long as I was seeing that like this, it was negative in my life. It was always negative. Doing nothing, pushing away things was always negative. And I will not say that people need to change in their life if they want to see it as a still negative. They can't. It's not about that, but it's more about when I began to see, okay, what is procrastination trying to tell me? Because I
yeah,
don't want to do the things. I don't want to do that. And well, I have ADHD, okay, so it's also more. In my case, when I begin to say, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that, then I convince myself. But then I also convince myself that it's bad to think that.
yeah.
So
I see.
my
So yeah,
comfort zone, in fact, in the procrastination is thinking that it is bad to procrastinate. So already, if I want to slow down, but I have a guilt feeling that I'm doing that, then I'm going to push myself to do something to do
yeah,
because it's comfortable to do, and then I have words telling me the opposite
yeah,
and telling me that it's
yeah.
bad. So within my comfort zone, I'm like, yeah, but it's bad to not to don't do anything to, so it's bad. So yeah, the people say it's bad, and then I see a video, yeah, procrastination, it's a
Yeah.
sickness and blah blah blah, and I think, yeah, you see, I'm sick now. I knew I was sick. How can I do that? Then I'm going to follow a program who tells me how to not procrastinate, and then he's going to make me do again.
Yes,
And
yes.
then I'm
Oh my
going to
goodness.
do again, and then I trigger my nervous system to do again. So my nervous system is again, whoop, Parat, what do you want from me? And then we go. And then I push the procrastination. So then I push the guilt feeling, and then I'm doing again. Just
Yes.
as
So that,
simple as that.
yeah. So yeah, linking back to our to what we talked about last week about our trigger, the trigger words actually, when you can get that, get the procrastination word to a neutral without a, positive or
Yeah.
negative.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
fact, last week we explained some words which are the biggest words, but the idea of the game of life is that you play the game of life. Yeah. So if it's life and it's a game, it's a simulation. We are into this simulation. How are we going to play? How are we going to play? That is by understanding what are we playing? What kind of game are we playing? I mean, okay, is it a game of war? Is it a game of peace and love? Is it a game of, so which game do you want to play? And then within that game, then you discover the things, and then the things that you discover which are in your life, you reuse them to make your a better outcome, to manifest in fact what you want in life. But if you want to manifest something which is outside of your comfort zone, what is going to happen? And that's something that we can't speak so about when we speak about manifestation, because the
yeah,
comfort zone is directly linked to the manifestation, and it is also directly linked to your ego. And it is directly linked to the possibilities of your soul, which are all out of even the growth, you know what I mean? The things that you
Yeah.
dream about. So
Yes.
I would say that you have the comfort zone, the stretch zone, the growth zone, and the dream, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And many people never give them themselves the possibility to go to the dream because they are in the comfort zone. And the comfort zone says that if you go outside and you go to your dream, then it's not good. Then you are going to, this is going to be bad. And then you don't have money. And then the people are going to speak about you, blah, 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 blah. So you have your ego bringing you back to your comfort zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
only way to change the comfort zone is by making it bigger.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so literally, so you kind of make little steps to push yourself, but
Yeah.
you have to choose to want to do that. So,
Yeah.
and again, that goes back to the loop and keeping yourself in the loop. So yeah, that's why we always say is the game of life, the game of free will, because you
Yeah.
have the free will. If
Yeah.
you want to push yourself outside that comfort zone, then you have to take the first step to,
Yeah.
you have to get up and put your shoes on to go and get that loaf of bread that's 3 kilometers away. So yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And even if you say, oh yeah, I cannot walk, I'm going to ask to the neighbor to go and buy the bread for me, and I give him some money, you still have to make a choice and I have to make an action.
Yeah,
You can solve some things, in your life, but you still need to make the choice. So the comfort zone is here. That's your life. That's full with your trauma, with the things that you think that happened to you,
yeah,
with the belief system that you have, with the communication problems that you have, with the way that you look at people. Everything is inside the comfort zone. It's like a little program that you carry with you, and everything which is outside the comfort zone, what is going to tell you that you are going outside the comfort zone? What do you think how is going to be the body reaction when
yeah.
you
Anything uncomfortable that
yeah,
outside that comfort zone, you're gonna feel your tummy or I used to get it when I used to go on before I used to go on stage, and I used to get that feel. Oh my God, no, I
yeah,
can't do it. And the more I went on stage,
yeah,
yeah.
that was
So
the
so
same
that
for me. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
what if somebody else, what's the first step of expanding my central comfort zone? What is the first step? Maybe sort of listing things they would like to do and just seeing like what small steps that you can make towards it or something maybe.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's like I said, because you have the comfort zone and you have the stretch zone and the growth zone, and then the dream. If you want to go to the dream, you need to make the step who goes to the dream from there. So you cannot go from here to there. That's
Yeah,
as simple as that.
doesn't work.
But you can build up. So, for example, to go on stage, I can say I want to go on stage. I was on stage as a dancer, as a public speaker, as a teacher. So I was on stage as a singer too. Yeah. But every time I had some steps to do. So if you say, okay, my dream is to be on stage, you don't wake up the day after and you are on stage, because even if you are on stage, what are you going to speak about? Where are you going to do it? Are you able to do it? What are the things what are your strengths? If you are on, what are the things that you are not strong into it? Do you want to work on it or not? Do you think that it's needed? I mean, so there's all those questions is to
Hmm.
go there. So yes, what is the solution is make the first step. The first
Yeah.
step is not jumping, but make the first step and then feel. Because when you try to make your comfort zone bigger, you will have moments that you will think,
Yeah.
and when you feel that, then we come back to the emotions, with all the possibilities that you have. If you don't know what I speak about, then watch the podcast about emotions. But then that's that moment of choice that you have. Which choice do you make? And is it going in the direction of your dream or going against?
Hmm.
And then I say the dream now to make it a little bit, but it's the growth. For example, many people now want to heal. So they walk the path of healing. But the comfort zone, we already said, it's the programming that we received when we were young, and it was meant like that. So
Yeah, in the
I
game.
became empathetic because it was meant like that. Someone who became narcissistic, it was meant like that. And ADHD, it was meant like that. So everything, and the parents meant, the family meant like that. The school, the friends, everything was meant to trigger you into that, to put a comfort zone where you will now have from your 18 to think, okay, now I'm going out of this comfort zone and I'm creating mine. And if I recreate the comfort zone of my soul, because
Yeah.
yeah, so then all the healing and the things are going outside, and then it is not anymore comfortable. So for example, for me, the drama is not anymore comfortable. I can hear it, but it's not comfortable. And people who say, yeah, but it's the other. It's not comfortable. I can hear it, but it's not my comfort zone anymore because I can listen 2, 3 hours to that, just like I can listen to a music that I don't like for 2, 3 hours.
Yeah.
But then I'm going to leave and to look for my comfort zone, which is the peace, which is being alone so that I can release and that I can give good energy to my body. And then
Yeah.
you recreate your comfort zone. But to recreate it, it's not about rejecting what is inside, because this takes more time than
Mm-hmm.
if you just stretch it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know many people will take and want to throw out, yeah, my ego, and they threw out. Well, the ego comes back, and
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, my boyfriend, and then another friend come and they meet someone else who do exactly the same. So when you threw out, you don't know what you threw. You just know this is annoying and I threw out, but you don't know what it made you put it in your comfort zone, how your system, your whole body has been programmed to react on this. So even if you threw this out, another one is coming to take the place.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
almost like
game.
everything. Yeah, because that's the game. Everything that comes into our life is the
Yeah.
game, and the more we play the game, the
Yeah.
more the easier life becomes. And I know we've said that before, but it's because genuinely the game of life, it has been a wonderful thing for me to discover and to realize and actually, I mean, maybe next time we can ask. We'd love some people to come and play this game of life with us. So if people have got questions or things like that, perhaps we can have a bit of a Q&A session next time.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
anybody's got some like related to real life. So if you've got a challenge or an issue or something that you're feeling and you just want to see how you can put it into the game of life to make it easier, then by all means, actually, message us, down below or send us a private message or on our Facebook group of, just
Yeah.
let's get perhaps it'd be really nice next time to have, we can read out some questions and we can put the situations into the game of life to
Yeah.
expand people's understanding, because I think it is a hard subject to get your head around initially, as I found, but just the more you play, the
Yeah.
more the more you understand.
Yeah, that's it, because we can continue to make videos and to explain how it is played, and because we are just beginning and there is more to explain. But just like with the comfort zone, for example, it takes a lot of little parts of all the basement that we explain about the game of life. So about the communication, the victimhood, so and that's also what is happening. Your life is happening, and then we can say that it is a game, but we know how difficult it can be also to see it,
Yes,
play. So
yeah,
that's also about that. That's with one situation, with your situation, we will never judge, but we will try to give you the perspective of why the things are happening as they are happening, give many perspective of that, and so that you are able for yourself to make this needed step if you
if you want to. Yeah, and all this is all, it's all invitational. It's nothing,
Yeah.
we are never going to tell anybody you have to do that, because that's not what the game of life is about. The game of life is about your own, it's your own, you are the hero of your journey, and
Yeah.
it's down to you. And I know you always say it, that we don't mind, we don't mind anything. We don't it's we're just here to
Yeah.
yeah, just try and get some more players, and to help people ease their suffering if they want to, or ease their, just ease their journeys
Yeah,
through,
and I think that also what it is you say it, in fact, that is the hero's journey. So the game of life is in fact about you as being the hero of your journey. So over ways of seeing that is following someone else to do your to for your journey, but we believe that all the answers of your questions are already within. They are
hmm
already within. They are just waiting for you to open yourself to see them. And well, when I coach people, that's exactly how I work, because I want them to find the solution, because I can't give my solution, but it's mine. So it's only an example. It's not what people should do. And I can't give many other examples, because in the game of life, we have many, many situations which are all about the same emotion or the
hmm
same belief,
yeah,
but then it's so interesting for me to see also when the people discover the key themselves, because
yeah.
that's what the game is about. It's about that at a point you have enough elements, and that's what we are trying now to give, that you are able to play the game of life. And if you can play it with us, then it's even better.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine who actually is starting to grasp. We just talk about general things, but because I talk about the game of life or things that happen to me, and and she's just starting to actually grasp things. And she said to me the other day, but in the game of life, so this would mean this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and it's really exciting. Like, yeah, you're playing with me. But even she, like I say, even she. Yeah, she's looking at things differently, and she's still her, she's still, but she's just starting to see things a little bit differently sometimes, and
Yeah,
it's really lovely.
yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
hope that, this effect goes, to many more people.
Yeah, and that the people also are sharing with us, because that's what it's about. For me, when I discovered that it was a game, and then the difference between wholeness and oneness, and that I
Yeah,
could play as a whole person, healed person, I can continue to play alone, but I know that I didn't came alone. There are many other people, and then I want to play with together the game, so that, hey, what do you have whiskey? Yeah, okay, I have whiskey for you. Thank you, and I can continue my whole journey, because I can see already that after the healing there is the alchemy, but after the alchemy there is something more. There is a new
yeah,
earth.
yeah,
We are there together, working together, and that there is a change in um, in energy from within about the things that are happening in life. Because if we still choose to look at life and the things that happen, they happen to us, we already explained with the emotion what is happening with the body and with the energy in the body, so we keep a low level energy in the body. But when we begin to look at life as a game, then we put ourselves into the joy automatically, you know
yeah,
wow, I'm going to play. And
yeah.
oh wow, I'm playing already. Wow, what time is it? I have 2 minutes to play. So, and then you think, okay, and what is my comfort zone now? What is outside my comfort zone? Let me check. Okay, this is stress. Okay, this one is growth. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, oh yeah, but my dream is there. Will it bring me to my dream? Yeah, of course it will. Okay, I do it you
Yeah.
know so then you are just like the hero of your journey.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes that comfort zone, I know there's certain things that I've tried in the past. Okay, that's a bit beyond my comfort zone at the minute, but I've tried it, and it was okay once I'd tried it and given it a good. Actually, I don't want that part. So I just like, so you can try it, but so I've stretched my comfort zone,
Yeah.
but actually it's not something I enjoy. So I thought I might enjoy it, but actually I've tried it enough, and I don't. So you can do that, but it's just that point of stretching out, because that
Yeah.
will ultimately lead to somewhere else instead.
Yeah,
That's in a
yeah,
game.
yeah.
Yeah,
And the funny part is also that what you say is that it was outside your comfort zone and you tried it. But many people keep that thing outside the comfort zone and they think, yeah, but I wanted this and yeah, all my life I didn't do this. But while if they would have done it, then they would know, that was completely not for me, in fact. But now I know, it's not
yeah,
someone who told me, yeah, you shouldn't do that, or no, I experience. Because I'm living a life, one, I
yeah,
experience, I stretch my comfort zone. I experience, I didn't like it, but and okay, that's good. But maybe in 10 years, the
yeah,
knowledge of this, because if you wanted to do this, it was maybe not to become this. Often
yeah,
it's not. It's only to have the experience, then you know. So later it comes on your path and you say, oh yeah, that was that. And then you can continue, but it gives you a key. It's really like Mario Bros, It's just a key. It's a key there. But I see many people, for example, who lose themselves in the stretch zone.
mm,
So, for example, that you say, I tried this and I like it, but yeah, they lose themselves often because, oh yeah, but it cost me money. So yeah, but now I need yeah, now I'm good in it. So now I'm going to give some, to train people to be, blah, 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 blah. And then they create a new world within this stretch zone when in fact their dream is still there.
mm-hmm.
So there are many people also doing that. So the idea of the comfort zone is that it's expensible to the universe because you are the universe. So the idea is there is no stretch zone and there is no growth zone. There is only a dream zone, which is your comfort zone. That's the idea, in fact, of the game. And you
Yeah,
can choose, okay, I'm going only to stay in the comfort zone I've created when I was a child. That's only on you. But then don't pin it on someone else. That would be also nice to say, yeah, but you don't help me. No, because you need to help yourself first. You need to make the challenge first. I want to stretch my comfort zone. I want to stretch my vision of the world.
yes,
And
yeah,
then you get the possibilities from the dream, and then you gave the multidimensional way of looking at life with full awareness and consciousness. And we know it's the thousandth full consciousness.
yeah,
Thousand hertz
yeah,
in your body. And you
yeah,
understand everything and you accept everything. And yeah, so the comfort zone, little, but it can be bigger. And
yeah,
we all accept that this comfort zone exists. It's not a, now I accept it. Before I was really like, it's not working. But now I accept that the people have it because I had it too. And
yeah,
I could live only because I had it. But making it a little bit bigger, yeah, it only helped me to enjoy life more. Also by doing nothing or
yeah.
procrastinating, and change the energy of the words, how they come to me also.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And just speaking, just because you touched on it a minute ago, just about the because we have a Facebook group called yeah,
Movement of
that's
multidimensional
it.
awareness and consciousness. Yes.
Yes. So if anybody, wants to join our Facebook group as well, please, please
Yeah.
have a look there. And it's just, again, it's just creating a community of people that want to play the game of life and experience life hopefully easier and better. And if not, that's fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If not, that's fine. But if you come to play with us, that's even better because the more people we are, the more we enjoy, and the higher get the energy on the world because we are only in the joy. So somehow, and even in the full consciousness that sometimes we also react just like human people, but because we are human. And now I add this because we had a conversation before about how we feel about the suffering ourselves and how we experience life. And since we see the game in play, many things have changed in the way we
Mhm.
see them. And without that, we needed to do something. It just happened. And that's the nice thing of the growth part of the comfort zone or the dream zone is that it expands. So
Yeah.
if you want to expand with us, now just join the group, ask your question there, participate, introduce yourself, tell us where what you deal with, how you could ask us how you can play better. And let's create a club, the club Method for Life, the club for the game of life, the game of
Yeah,
free will.
absolutely. And let's continue to yeah, I'm really excited as to where it's going to go, who we're going to meet, what other characters are going to come into this game,
Yes, which one
and
is
what more
coming
I can
in?
learn about. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we really think about making a Q&A. So let us know behind also in the group if you are interested, because then we can just open one moment and we speak about, and you come with your question, and then you have your answer directly. So that can be also. We are open for everything so that you are able to play the game of life, the game of free will with us.
Yes. Until next time, we'll see you
Yes.
then. Bye
Yes.
bye.
Bye-bye.